This is one of my favorite series of episodes that I've done. Picture the Rambo movies, only if he just bulldozed the town at the end. I love a trilogy where you're absolutely not meant to watch them back to back, because they make no sense that way. Characters' names even change. Enjoy. We may be coming up on the 40th anniversary of the classic First Blood, which that can only mean one thing on this show. We gotta celebrate the 39th anniversary of the Italian knockoff Thunder Warrior. Thunder Warrior was a trilogy of movies that always stuck out to me at our video store. Yeah, sure, because the box was huge. But I also gotta laugh how the first two movies used the same picture of Bo Svensson on each cover. The plot has to do with a Native American who is harassed by the local police department and construction workers before he seeks revenge, just like in the Stallone classic Nighthawks. The movie's original title is Thunder, and all you need to know is that this poster promises a great time. What happens in this movie? Everything. Everything happens in this movie. Why shouldn't it? The film is directed and co-written by Fabrizio De Angelis, who, no surprise, has titles on his filmography like Karate Warrior, Cobra Mission, and Deadly Impact. Plus, Dardano Sacchetti also co-wrote the script, who wrote the Fulci classics The Beyond, House by the Cemetery, City of the Living Dead, and Zombie. Wait, did I say Fabrizio De Angelis and Dardano Sacchetti? Sorry, I meant Larry Ludman and David Parker Jr. He can still keep his name on the producer credit though, as well as the American-sounding soundtrack. The soundtrack sounds American enough, plus the tape is so American, it comes from American Video. This movie can't be Italian, right? And it was filmed in Monument Valley, Utah. Gotta love that sweet harmonica music from Francesco De Masi. You just know he's got some spaghetti western soundtracks to his name, and with such titles as Sartana's Here, Trade Your Pistol for a Coffin. See, this is why the law is gonna run you out of town. You're driving around backwards, or he's flying backwards, obviously. And the movie also has Antonio Sabato. If it's got Antonio Sabato, that means exploitation film. Antonio Sabato Jr. means religious film. The violence is starting early. Look how it's chopping off the credits. For all I know, the color is by Ron. There's not too much for the deputies to do in this town, except to Tom Atkins the hell out of this scenery and be weird towards the locals.
Tell me, what do you like doing better? Pumping air or having somebody pump you?
Thank God you're here, Thunder. Lord knows how he was gonna use the word squeegee. Thunder is played by Mark Gregory, who you might know as Trash from 1990 The Bronx Warriors, and that movie's sequel, Escape 2000, which was featured on Mystery Science Theater. His movies may be action-heavy, but his IMDb is very comforting. Thunder has returned home to his family, who seem thrilled.
Thunder, our heart is filled with joy.
Oh yeah, you sound joyful as an open casket funeral. There's bad times for the reservation though. Construction workers are making a conservatory on their land, Crow's Hill, and they also want to destroy their burial ground.
They can't. There's a treaty. The land belongs to our tribe.
Excellent. They'll settle this in court with no violence. It's really damaging Grandpa's metaphors.
Yes, you can see the wounds on my body, but not to my heart.
Can you just give me a straight yes or no answer? God damn it. The construction workers aren't totally destroying the place. They left up a telephone pole in case they need to hang up missing dog photos. Perhaps Thunder can talk some sense into them.
This is an Indian cemetery.
You know what? That's all the more reason to do it.
Okay, we're in the era of Bronson, people. You were lucky this man is beating you with a stick and not shooting you in the face. Shit, there's more workers. Bolt! Give him some time to run away by cutting to some subplots.
Listen, buddy, I got a tooth that's killing me. I haven't slept a wink all night. Can you help me out?
Sheriff Bill needs his tooth fixed. Until Thunder ruins his appointment by filing a complaint.
You know him?
Yeah. He's a pain in the ass.
We don't take kindly to pains in the teeth or pains in the asses around these parts. Thankfully, he has proof he owns the land.
Because it's Indian territory. This treaty's proof.
You idiot, you bought this off of eBay. Where's your certificate of authenticity? Bo should know that this is only gonna lead to vigilante justice. He took over the role of Buford Pusser in the Walking Tall sequels. And Thunder has a plan to get back at them. Shop around at thrift stores to see if there's any styrofoam footballs to throw at them. And wait patiently to open up a savings account at the local bank. Surely someone will recognize his totally legit Harvard diploma. Unfortunately, he's under arrest for not having either Visa or MasterCard. We don't take Discovery in this county. Even the townspeople go out of their way to be racist.
They should stay on their reservation.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know I'm on your side, Deputy. Now on with my shopping. Deputy Barry takes him to the edge of town so he can hitch a ride with John Rambo. Hell, even Rambo didn't have to deal with these kinds of threats.
If not, bang, 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 Indian.
Bang, bang? He's gonna shoot me down? Well, that settles it. Rambo would have turned and walked back to town, but not me. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm walking to Reno. Surely I won't find any trouble along the way.
Hey, look here.
Ooh, in these redneck revenge movies, nothing good comes from starting a scene with, "Hey, looky here." I knew if we just went aimlessly driving through the desert, we'd find someone to bully. Sadly, Thunder doesn't have his framed certificate anymore to stop them. Even the movie slows down to marvel in its Italian exploitation cinematography, which is well done by Sergio Salvati, who also shot Zombie 2, and the hell, Dr. Jekyll likes them hot. Who knew Mr. Hyde would be the tender lover? The film does a good job of making you root for the hero, especially with these punches. Christ, even the punches come with an explosion. No wonder American Video isn't around anymore. It blew up! And they were nice enough to put some headphones on him so he can listen to soft rock while getting his ass kicked. All while the country music soundtrack and zooms will convey his frustration.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Thunder's back. When the law stops, thunder rolls.
This police force is so corrupt, they just chase him out here in broad daylight. The clubs may hurt, but really, it's the words that cut the deepest.
Your mother was a whore, so I guess she was too busy with her clients to give you a name. Give me the club.
No, if you just asked him, he would say his name is Sugar Daddy. Then the insults just get weird.
Next time I'm gonna carve my initials on her ass.
That sounds like a you thing, bro.
I didn't give you permission to bend over yet.
The hell is with this guy and asses? That's it, I'm saving the bent over asses of everyone in this town, even if that means I gotta dive through a window in slow motion.
Get him! Get that motherfucker!
Thunder is still the hero, though. He paid for his weapons and even put $1 in the charity jar for the Hospital of Carved Asses. And he puts his bow and arrow to good use fast. That guy was just looking for an excuse to plow through that fence. It does look fun. Deputy Barry is gonna get this bastard Richard Harrison style. They're making a huge mistake. They watched the wrong movies. They got Sheriff Buford Pusser here, yet it's using the car stunts of Sheriff Buford T. Justice. Something about these Italian First Blood knockoffs can also work as some Burt Reynolds exploitation. You want cars crashing in slow motion? Oh, we got plenty. We will get this movie to 85 minutes with these cars sliding in the dirt and rolling over. They'll be fine, by the way. A car crash only makes you stronger, unless you're this guy.
I can't feel my legs. You'll be all right. Hold still. I can't feel my legs.
See, he's injured because the movie brings in Paolo Malco as TV reporter Brian Sherman. Paolo was in both New York Ripper and House by the Cemetery. Brains are about to get pulled out of people's heads, left and right. Barry wants blood, though. The man tipped over in the car was his brother, and he's gonna throw a tantrum over it.
I said we'll get him, Barry, and stop shouting in my ear.
It's not fair. Why can't I shoot him? They will spare no expense in bringing in Thunder, including their own private plane, to severely annoy him with loud noises while he's trying to drive away. Hell, Sheriff Bill looks annoyed by this too, probably due to the toothache.
Okay, let's get on up there and let's get this thing over with.
If you catch that bastard, you just give him to me, okay, Bill?
My God, it's like watching Carl and Hans if they spent all of Die Hard chewing tobacco. And what are the construction workers up to?
I met this redhead the other night, man. She got the size of watermelons. I thought I was gonna suffocate at one point.
Listen.
Oh, they're banging watermelons. Of course they are. They might as well join the sheriff's department in the search for Thunder. All they've been doing is just getting their equipment stuck in the desert for no reason. This is almost a slasher film by way of Most Dangerous Game and the way he takes out these guys. He eventually does save one of them from falling after spending a solid minute watching him hold on for dear life and pissing his pants. Plus, he's gonna use his amazing flying powers, soaring over the canyon side. Dead. Alright, you boys just walk down there. Much safer that way. I'm gonna stay up here and pose for the VHS cover. Do whatever you want to him.
Whether he's a fish or not, tonight he's going to be in a frying pan if he's lucky.
So they're cannibals now? Oh yeah, I believe these guys are ace snipers.
Shit, he got away.
Don't sweat it, he won't get very far.
You've never shot that thing before in your life, have you, jackass? Most of the movie has been aerial shots to Thunder running. Might as well put the helicopter in the movie. I was dreading it becoming nighttime. The movie is so grainy, I had the feeling I wouldn't be able to see what's going on. Thank you. Thunder has our backs. I can see in the dark now. And we get an explanation for Thunder to the reporter in the most complicated and pointless way.
Thunder is the son of Night Eagle.
Night Eagle?
Don't condescend to me. Take my character exposition seriously. Oh, this conversation doesn't get much better.
Why don't you tell me? We can go in my car. Do you like that?
I am not a dog. Why are you talking to me like that? Thunder is just trying to help them. He's setting all of these fires so they don't accidentally step near any snakes, and to protect the burial ground.
What the heck is this?
It's an old Indian burial ground. I just had an idea how to catch that Indian.
He's gonna bury their dead so they can come back as an undead racist army. Or he's just gonna set the family cemetery and his grandfather on fire, like an asshole. Oh no, that sounds like a curse. I hate curses. Why isn't anyone else around to put an end to this?
And who the hell are you? Someone who just witnessed what you did?
And did not a damn thing to stop it. The only thing that protects them are the sounds of Thunder's arrows hitting something in the background.
He knows every inch of these hills, and he's a man fighting for a cause.
Oh shit, Thunder of Loxley! Obviously, in order to find him, they have to follow the pan flute soundtrack. It's the only thing they got. They can't see shit! Deputy Barry's plan isn't so great.
Your friend, the old man, he burned to death inside that cemetery.
Oh, what, pissing him off even more didn't work? I'm surprised. He does have the press on his side, though. Brian has connections.
The trout aren't biting, but in compensation I fished a nice story, a big story. A real bomb.
That's exactly how they pitched Honky Tonk Freeway. And he's got the perfect headline for his article.
This morning, an Indian unburied the war hatchet.
Nice. So he's a writer for the Inquirer. Got it. Everyone here has major problems with exaggerating.
That damn Indian has decided to declare war on the United States of America.
No, I think it's just you who is the problem. The movie, let's just say, it takes some turns, hence the character of Dancing Crow.
Yes, folks, I am still with you. Dancing Crow coming to you from his hideaway. It's
Who's Dancing Crow?
Dancing Crow clearly fills in for DJ Kingfish.
Now, we don't know where he transmits from, but his show reaches over 200 miles.
You're kidding.
I don't know, I'm just making shit up. I love how even though this is a knockoff, I'm still surprised about where the plot goes, like seeking help from a DJ and including the line, "Listen, Dancing Crow."
Dancing Crow is listening, friend. What can I do for you?
Listen, Dancing Crow.
You tell your audience they're gonna need a fresh supply of solid gold hits from the 70s. Dancing Crow may be my new favorite character.
And now you gotta do me a favor. Don't call my show mush.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you.
Yeah, you can insult the natives, but do not insult the integrity of DJ Dancing Crow. Thank God it's daylight so I can see what's going on again. These planes were slamming into mountains all night. Some of them are getting their plans together, while Deputy Barry is getting his shooting arm back in shape on account of being shot with an arrow.
There's a change in our program today. It's going to be entirely dedicated to thunder.
You're next, Dancing Crow. They're ready for action. Antonio has found his best shirt to go line dancing afterwards.
We'll probably catch hell, just because we defended ourselves from some bastard redskin.
Joe Theismann is gonna regret setting foot in this town. Now off to our finest burial ground of guns. Let's see his framed certificate of land ownership stand up to this firepower. Even the police know that this is all Barry's fault.
You know, it's all Barry's fault. If he hadn't roughed the guy up, he probably would have calmed down.
Also, setting his grandfather on fire didn't help either. Some of them are so not into this pursuit that they just hook up a TV and watch football. What in the hell are you boys doing?
Look at that!
Will you look at that? He's gonna make a touchdown. Yeah, go get him, boy.
Whoa, get some pretzels. No one told me the game was on. This movie is like a spin-off about the gas station from the end of The Terminator. Here, let's piss him off even more by kidnapping his girlfriend after a karate chop to the neck and murdering the station. That's why it wasn't in Terminator 2. And when we come back, I'm guessing more explosions.
And now it's time for Lloyd's Out of Context 911 Lone Star Clip of the Week.
My ex-wife, his mother passed away, and we're on the way to the funeral.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm so sorry.
You wanted more explosions? You got it.
We are back, and Thunder is on the run from helicopters and sweet guitar riffs from the soundtrack. Even when they're flying after him, they're still way more interested in watching the game. They don't even notice it when he shoots the helicopter with an arrow that's sticking right out of the side. However, these bastards, they're definitely aware of being shot with arrows. Get ready for a climax and a half.
Show the white man how an Indian fights.
Yes, he's gonna do so by being completely bulletproof and launching more explosions their way. What say you to that, Sheriff?
That's thunder rolling in. And I don't think there's any shelter from this storm, Sheriff.
He worked on that all night. Show the reporters some respect. I love this movie. Everything the box promises with its helicopter, bazooka, war paint seeking action happens in it, while still being totally mellow. That's right, this bulldozer also plays the smooth hits of Dancing Crow. He will finish his revenge once he drives his way to their location. May take a couple of hours. He would have picked up some soda and chips from the gas station if they didn't blow it up. He is gonna severely hold up traffic. Hey, do you mind speeding up? We're trying to get to the steakhouse. We're really hungry. I'm mainly curious where this is going because it's only got 10 minutes left. This seems like a lot of story to finish in such a small amount of time. Well, I guess he could finish it quick. He just blew all the cars up. And the cars that made it out, yeah, they still get blown up good too. This feels like I'm watching a movie version of that Colorado Killdozer documentary Tread, and it's taking a lot of liberties. Sure, he'll roll into the bank soon enough, but not before scooping up a pig from the butcher's shop and crashing it on in there. Yeah, so do you take Discover Card now, assholes? I think the answer is yes. The more this climax goes on, the more every shot is low-budget 80s action movie gold. Something tells me this will not end with a very emotional monologue like the end of First Blood. Instead, Thunder says nothing, and he's let go by the deputy whose life he saved earlier.
My grandpa is an Indian.
You can tell by my glasses. What? The leads have to stay alive for the sequel, and the good deputy seems convincing at faking Thunder's death.
Where is he?
That's him, Sheriff. Honest.
What? Honestly? Seriously? He's dead. I swear. Okay, I believe you. And as they put their town back together, remember, it's an inspiring story for the kids.
Bang, bang! You're dead! Thunder will never die!
And then he's on his way to blow up the police station and the bank. Thus ends our story of how Thunder saved his land and his people by blowing everything up, still losing their cemetery and their land, and their grandfather burning alive. But at least he and his girlfriend got a free ride to the next town. Much like how at the end of Death Wish 3, Bronson saved the neighborhood by reducing it to a pile of rubble. The end. A movie like Thunder Warrior makes me so glad that in my other pocket, I've got a copy of Thunder Warrior 2. It gives you everything you want in a Rambo knockoff. Tons of explosions, crazy-ass plot turns, ridiculously evil villains with their over-the-top dialogue, and the promises of the box cover coming true. They did give him hate, and he did give them hell. I gotta give the movie that. Look, you might not have a ton of Mark Gregory lines in Mark Gregory movies, but a Mark Gregory movie will mean you're gonna have an ultra-violent good time. But save your party drinks for next week, as we gotta have our annual Leprechaun episode, which will have a leprechaun, and it will have the hood. We'll find out then if it's got any explosions.
I'll show you how white man fucks.
Ooh, you know what this sound means? That's right, something exploded outside, and I should call the police, but I'll take it as a sign that it's time to watch Thunder Warrior 2! I guess I could recap the first movie for you, but does it really matter? The first one was a First Blood knockoff where a Native American named Thunder is harassed by local police, so he destroys the town with a bulldozer. The sequel, released in 1987, promises the same. He came to town in peace and was forced to leave it in pieces? God damn it, stop wrecking the whole town and settle this in court! Sometimes it's debatable whether this film is even the same continuity as the first one. Here, let me put it to you like this. Imagine if the plot of Rambo First Blood Part 2 was that Rambo is now a cop who joins the sheriff's station, which is still led by Brian Dennehy, only Dennehy's character is named something else, despite that he's clearly supposed to be the same character. That's Thunder Warrior 2! Mark Gregory still plays Thunder, and he joins the corrupt police department, but instead of Sheriff Bill, Bo Svensson is now Sheriff Roger, and instead of Deputy Barry Henson, Raymond Harmsdorf is Deputy Rusty Weisner. This is very surprising, considering how the picture of Bo Svensson is the same on the cover for the first as it is the second. At least the poster gives him a sweet rifle, as Thunder just walks on air like he's Wile E. Coyote who hasn't looked down yet. I had to zoom in to see what was on his arm. I didn't know if it was bullets or a snake. Either would have made sense. I would ask, did the filmmakers even see the first one? But it's the same director and writers. Fabrizio De Angelis returns as director, with Dardano Sacchetti still writing the script. This has extreme dusted off old script and reworked it as a sequel to Thunder Warrior vibes. But maybe we'll learn some more backstory on Thunder at the beginning. See, it clearly opens with Thunder being born! Thunder was birthed from the sky right in the middle of a road, clogged up with alternate title font, as the original title for the trilogy is just simply Thunder. When I said I wanted the first movie to be tighter, I did not mean for you to just squeeze the frame to fit in the credits. Whoa, wait, not only did Sacchetti and De Angelis return, but so did their pseudonyms, David Parker Jr. and Larry Ludman. The film opens with Thunder on his way to come to town in peace and forced to leave it with fixed VHS tracking. Music this time is done by Walter Walter Ritz, who also did the music for another Mark Gregory movie, 1990 The Bronx Warriors. I'm surprised they let cinematographer Sergio Diofisi keep his name, unless in a turn of events his real name is Sam Davis. The town is gonna be in extra pieces this time. Sergio also shot Cannibal Holocaust. And now Thunder stops off at the motel, which is actually a restaurant, which really just serves beer and wine. Also, they only serve sexual predators.
I wouldn't mind tasting that myself.
Yeah.
That's a prime cut for sure.
Thankfully, he's just talking about the eggs. He loves breakfast. 2 minutes in, and I've heard about 100 innuendos. How long have they been going? No wonder Thunder is gonna step in. It's really annoying. And why did the family wait this long to say, oh, let's go?
No, they won't do anything.
That's not true. That man over there is making faces at Mommy.
Thanks, same dubbed voice as Bob from House by the Cemetery. This movie goes from 0 to arm wrestling fast.
Pick on someone your own size.
That's just what I'm gonna do.
The people who work here don't seem too fazed by this. For over 200 years, a drifter often fights against a biker gang. Plus, they have to replace their window about every other day. They will step in if you destroy mailboxes. Windows are replaceable, mailboxes are slightly harder to come by. But then Thunder meets up with old friends like Raymond Harmsdorf.
Thunder? Yeah, I thought you were dead. So what are you doing in these parts? I was born here, don't you remember?
Right, like when I faked my own death at the end of the first one after torching the police station. Also, why are you called Rusty now? Perhaps we can answer all of those questions downtown. So far, it's playing out like the first one, with Thunder being harassed by the police station.
If you only knew how many times I dreamt of getting another shot at your ass.
Only if the first one was also a gay porn. Whoa, 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 it ain't that kind of movie, deputy. The sheriff wants to talk to you.
Okay, but I'll be back for your ass later.
Thunder Warrior 2 gives us the full penetration missing from Thunder Warrior 1. Well, Raymond is acting like the same character from the first, but Bo Svensson, sometimes... Oh right, did I mention Thunder is a cop now?
That phony is a deputy sheriff assigned to this county by our illustrious governor.
Why won't it surprise me if the governor is the guy who was burnt to death in the first one? Again, I guess Bo is the same guy.
As far as I remember, you leaned pretty hard on him. Whatever you got, you had it coming.
Oh yeah, it totally wasn't you who led the charge to kill this guy. Sure, he was a wanted man in the first one, but that was the early 80s. This is the late 80s. Don't ask questions, Thunder has a badge now. Bo literally says, it's water under the bridge. Say for the sake of argument, sure, Thunder is a cop. Why would he even want to work for this precinct, which can't even keep their names straight? Not like he has to do a lot, though. Just driving around some parking lots. Ooh, they have a Sprouse Rights here. Getting Rusty a nice greeting card will cheer him up. That's enough circling the lots for 8 hours. Guess my shift is over. We got a delivery for you, Thunder. We added some more to your character. You have a pregnant wife now.
Sheena.
Oh, honey.
Of course her name is Sheena. Why wouldn't the Thunder Warrior be with the Queen of the Jungle? Plus, who wouldn't want to join Thunder and live in this nice area?
Is this it?
Yep. Best I could do on such short notice, but at least it's clean.
It will, however, collapse the second there is a storm. Here, Thunder finds out the youth is on drugs and the police aren't doing anything about it. They must have Thunder's short-term memory.
You know the story, don't you?
I think the sheriff is honest.
Right? I don't recall him ever doing anything terrible to me. While this happens, the bikers and Rusty give themselves a nod of, yes, we are the drug dealers. Let's go be evil in private.
Oh, come on. Rusty Wisner, first deputy sheriff, most corrupt in Arizona.
They also trade counterfeit exposition dialogue. Personally, I want my money back for this exposition. This is information I already know.
He's a policeman.
Thunder's a cop?
That's what he is. A bastard.
Whoa, he's also a bastard? Meanwhile, Thunder is, I can't even say anything sarcastic. Where is he? And what the hell is he doing? Looking for more people to beat up?
Get up.
Thunder has met his match, a drug addict in a warehouse. There's all kinds of chases going on. Here, let's get this guy before he pitches this plot to the writers of another 48 hours. I will say, I never know what's gonna happen next in this film, because the scene cuts are just random.
I'll teach you to throw knives.
I'm sorry, did this movie itself get caught in a stick-up? I hope the rest of the movie is them trying to escape in a stolen ambulance. Oh no, that guy! Thunder is on the case with his newly scented car that contains the heavenly smell of his handcuff air freshener. This is yet another movie that makes it to 90 minutes by putting numerous shots in slow motion for no reason. Thunder will get these robbers the only way he knows how, by ramming the side of their car for several minutes and decapitating the robbers and their car. Someone will find them. He still has others to hunt down. While the other cops drive off the road for no reason other than it looks really cool, there's gotta be something around here that'll make the car flip over. Ah, there. I'm sure he hit an armadillo or something. All this time, he could have at least thought of something cool to say.
Hey, you mind telling me who you are?
Thunder.
Well, I won't ever forget you.
That gives them better memory than the sheriff. I love how he takes the robbers back to the police station for a public shaming.
Attempted murder, illegal possession of arms, armed robbery, and reckless driving. That about does it for these boys.
Now let's throw vegetables at them. The sheriff even gives him an award for his first arrest. Ain't nothing gonna ruin Thunder's day. Well, except for a surprise funeral.
What's that?
Chief Red Raven's funeral.
I didn't know he was sick.
He wasn't. He was killed.
Oh, did I not tell you? Sorry for seeming happy when you walked in. The chief was an ass. No one's gonna miss him. Except for the random ass editing.
I'll bet my last dollar that Chief Red Raven here was murdered.
Whoa, they skipped the champagne and a couple of scenes. Let's let the movie catch up by taking a break of our own.
Sprouse Rights has great buys on extra tough, super durable Wrangler jeans for men and boys. Now $9.97 a pair for boys slim and regular sizes, $14.97 a pair for men's Wrangler straight leg indigo jeans at Sprouse Rights. Start the school year right at Sprouse Rights.
Sadly, the chief was killed by drug runners. Oh gee, Thunder, what are the odds it's the bikers you ran into earlier, or the corrupt deputy who's tried killing you multiple times? He's getting close, though. I don't have any evidence there's drug dealers here. I'm just assuming so. Let's wait until night to ask questions.
That punk's a drug dealer and comes here regular. And that's all that I know. And I'm sorry that I'm not able to help you.
You have.
Okay, straight and to the point. We've got the evil deputies to get to. Rusty and the biker are fighting over who the real lead villain is. Obviously, the villain is whatever cheap-ass material they used for the windshield. Thunder is shocked when the station turns out to be corrupt. He goes to tell them who the killer of the chief is, and they're like, "No, we know you're the one who's the killer, Thunder."
Don't be a fool, Rusty. Put that revolver away.
Yes, we can't kill him. He has to get revenge later in the movie. I'm sure this evidence will hold up in court. Hello, we found this pound of sugar in your locker, and we ain't never seen you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Thunder will find a way out of this jam.
Hold it!
By just hitting someone! Anyone! Then Thunder learned the hard way not to trust the sheriff, who again tried killing him in the first one. The movie doesn't really make up its mind, because when Sheriff Roger talks to defense attorney Santa Matlock, he's back to being like, "Oh, I like that Thunder kid. He ain't guilty."
I like Thunder, and I don't believe that he's either a dope pusher or a killer. But he behaved like a horse's ass during that trial.
See, Thunder still needs to spend time in prison on account of he's a dick. Seriously, Thunder is then sent to a prison work camp, chained to the back of a truck. While this is happening, we hear narration from the jury reading the guilty verdict. How is a movie with this much slow motion moving so fast? They need to figure out a more convenient way to do this. They're transferring prisoners all day, considering they can only drive one at a time. They are gonna make Thunder's life a living hell.
You don't mind if we give him a little special treatment, do you?
Yeah, he's all yours.
Yeah, no ketchup for his French fries. This movie is a constant stream of information.
Rusty, don't you call me hyena anymore, understand? I don't like it.
Okay, stranger, I don't even know what your real name is. But anyway, after Rusty says what Thunder was convicted of, after a narration of what he was convicted of, now we have the prison guard explaining to another guard what he's been convicted of. At least now it's catching up to Rambo First Blood Part 2, if Rambo planned an escape to get revenge on Teasel's precinct, and if Rusty was given fodder for plenty of laying pipe jokes. He's the best one in the yard, like when one guy is too tired, so Thunder uses his Apache chief-like strength to move the pipe himself and fend off the guards.
Hey, scumbag! You keep away from him and let him do his work.
We don't take kindly to work being done faster around here. He's the strongest one on the work site, but forget that, let's put him in a box. We ain't never gonna get our pipes finished around here. I bet he won't last long in there.
He won't last long.
Thanks. They have nothing better to do than just watch the box from their rooms.
I haven't heard a sound out of him. I wonder if he's still alive.
We're only halfway through the movie. I'm assuming he's still alive, where he is inspired to continue living by the supportive fence-banging chant. Not much they can do in the way of slow motion in this sequence, so here's more endless shots of the box, and Thunder sweating bullets, surprisingly not real bullets. And the other prisoners are still watching.
Jeff, I don't think he'll make it.
I bet he does make it. Lawyer Thomas is being a Christmas miracle, though. Sheena is still just as pregnant as she was at the beginning, despite everything from a setup to a jury trial to a prison sentencing happening. Sure, the box seems to be turning him into a zombie, but on the bright side, looking at the inside of this prison, this is the nicest place I've ever seen Thunder live. Ugh, now that I'm finally out, thanks for banging the fence, asses. That didn't keep me up all week. They continue to treat him rough, except for Fred, because...
That's what bothers me. I got a quarter Indian blood in my veins.
That's the same plot as the good deputy from the first one. Thunder is locked up with all kinds of recognizable figures. Ted Kaczynski, Jesus, and with their powers, he can send letters and be cured immediately.
You talking to me?
Let's just assume all the guards were corrupt. He's gonna clear his name for those drug charges by killing any prison guard that moves. Seems easy enough to just drive the hell out of this prison anyway. They are terrible shots, yet the prisoners are still watching from the window.
Hey, Cookie, looks like we're about to have some fun.
Are you? With Thunder leaving, who are you gonna stare at out the window now? But it was then the prison realized it was a mistake to place a makeshift ramp next to the fence. Seriously, that's what happens. Well, random ramps are believable in any video game with a car, so why not now? And you best believe it won't work for the cop. That's because they need heart to complete a successful stunt jump. It is definitely their faults for setting up the ramps.
You son of a bitch, you let him escape. Now your damn ass is going in that sweatbox.
Common prison rule. If you get in trouble as a guard, you have to spend the night in a cell or in the box. Here, though, Thunder can ditch the car so we can get to know more side characters.
You ain't much of a talker, are you?
No.
Works for me. Let's get a bunch of quiet time shots of the truck driving, because, no joke, Thunder gives him shortcut tips on how the trucker can deliver the rest of his whiskey. Best walk from here. That driver is probably good and drunk by this point. Oh, need more explaining of scenes we already saw? You're gonna be sorry you ever opened a Roasters here, Kenny Rogers. Now, I want to make sure that you know I'm not racist.
I don't care if a person is white, brown, yellow, checkered, polka-dotted, or striped.
Exactly how many of those come through this town? He warns the sheriff they got to arrest the one who is really guilty of drug running, or he has to be convinced it's Rusty.
I don't have any proof. I have no evidence.
You have a whole first movie of evidence! Every man is on the hunt for Thunder. By that I mean just Rusty and one other guy in the helicopter. They spent too much on the helicopter budget in the first movie. And again, after explaining to the sheriff what Thunder is up to, here is another scene of Discount Dan Haggerty explaining what Thunder is up to, before they find him very easily. Greetings. They have enough time to meet up while Rusty and the other deputy are trading the world's lamest comebacks.
Would you get off my back?
Yeah, well, the sheriff wants you back at base.
Oh yeah, more like, you're back to being a loser.
Thomas wants to convince him to turn himself in or be hunted for the rest of his life. As if that matters, last time we saw him on the run and starting a new life, he came back as a cop. My brain is starting to collapse hearing some of these lines.
You're getting loaded won't convince me. Drunk lawyers are good for Indians, but not for me.
What? Is that a saying?
I swear not to touch another drop, at least not during the trial. Then I'm going to get blind drunk to celebrate our victory.
Hey, it's the little things. At least his lawyer has kicked his booze habit, for now, before he gets pissed drunk later. I am genuinely curious if this is supposed to be the same fiancé from the first one. In the first movie, her name was Sheila. Here, it's Sheena. So that's close enough for me to think that this is the same character, even though it's a different actress. And it didn't take long for Rusty to find them.
No problem, no problem. You're in the car with your attorney. There's no problem.
Damn, I know he's a fugitive, but he's with his attorney. Do we let him go? Heck no, this is a Thunder Warrior movie. That means you gotta start shooting. Thunder has never been in this situation before. Now he's in the car that has been tipped over. As for the lawyer and Sheena, of course they'll be fine. Sheena has 2 years to go on her pregnancy. Thunder will use his powers to save them. This better end with Thunder throwing someone into the sun. Oh, did you think him lifting up the Jeep was the most insane part? What is he gonna do with that lasso and that helicopter? No, he doesn't swing the helicopter into the mountains, but this proves he truly was the Batman of his time. Didn't really think this through. Help? Guess I'll just be hanging here for a while. You can replace me with a dummy if you want. Not gonna move very much anyway. Please don't slam me into a mountain.
Damn it, you missed!
How? Why don't you just shoot him or drop something on him? You're giving him more than enough time to dominate this helicopter like a bull or just fall in the water. Again, he's fine. Hell, even if they did slam into a mountain, I'm sure he would have lived. And when we come back, it doesn't matter if Thunder lives or dies at the end, because there's a Thunder Warrior 3.
And now it's time for Lloyd's Out of Context 911 Lone Star Clip of the Week.
Man, it's hot as August in Galveston here, Cap. What were you doing, a sweat cleanse or something?
Horatio likes it warm.
Horatio?
I'm cat sitting for Catherine.
Of course I had to pick the clip with a cat in it. Whew, alright, walk it off, Thunder, walk it off. We got just the cure. The folksy country music soundtrack, perfect for hitchhiking and saying, we swear this is an American movie and not an Italian one. We swear. Wait, is that the same guy from earlier, but even more shit-faced?
What is this? It's down if I know. My cousin cooks it up back home.
Excellent. It's piss and bacon grease. He got it from the motel. It's what gives him the liquid courage to plow through roadblocks. Yeah, that's pretty good and all, but is the bulldozer gonna be in it? Anything over more scenes of people explaining the previous scenes.
You left them lying in the desert. You didn't even call for help, and you prevented me at the point of a gun from using the radio.
I know. God damn it. The way this is going, I wouldn't be surprised if the third movie is just people describing this movie. The sheriff is still not sure if Rusty is evil, even though he walks in on Rusty threatening the pilot, and damn it, Rusty, stop accidentally pointing the gun at us, you rapscallion. But I will say, the dialogue in the next scene sums up this trilogy perfectly.
They thought you were dead.
Well, I'm not, and I'm here for revenge.
Thanks. No other dialogue needed. Here we get to the heart of the movie, the relationship between Sheena and, yes, more revenge.
She's young. She'll recover. But the baby, I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
Damn, and the baby in her womb was only 3 years old. Better hurry this up, Thunder. Visiting hours are almost over, and you've only got 15 minutes of the movie left to complete your vengeance. You know what to do. Damn right, trailer shot. But he will be too late. Apparently, Rusty has been arrested.
Rusty and his accomplices are locked up. They're awaiting trial.
Makes sense. What's it been? 2 hours? They've had 4 years to prepare for another Thunder reign of terror by cutting to more random scenes.
Oh, come on, Bob. Let me drive it.
Bob, you say? I'm glad we're getting the adventures of adult Bob. Makes sense that this is a Bob-approved movie. Walter Rosado also did the music for House by the Cemetery. Wait a minute. You're not Bob at all. I'm gonna need to steal your car before I toss you into a streetlight. Even without a bulldozer, they stand no chance. They still left the door open for him to steal all the weapons he wants, and they didn't
didn't even need to leave the door open. He's just gonna use the window anyway. And with this climax being at night, there's way more room for him to crash into anything that moves. Like trailers with dynamite in them. He's gonna make these bastards pay. He's got lipstick arrows and they are not their shade. He didn't even need an arrow for this. He could have just made it explode by simply tapping it. He's got endless supplies of lipstick to break through these roadblocks. Again, we'll just assume all the deputies are corrupt. Of course they are. They are ruining everyone's lawn. In all this time, they could have at least improved their cars to wait at least a few seconds to explode. Not since the epic police station takeover in Jeepers Creepers has a siege sequence been so silly. Seems easy enough to just walk in. It gives him time to think long and hard about whether or not to simply bash Rusty's skull in, yet still making him explode. That's why he doesn't kill him. He was standing very close, and Rusty exploding could have hurt Thunder. That's nice that he destroyed several blocks and vehicles just to leave Rusty alive when he was already arrested. Thanks, Thunder, ass. Anyway, it's been a whole day. What did the judge say?
You can go wherever you want to, but I wouldn't recommend you coming back here to this county.
We are still super racist here. You best be on your way. Okay, as funny as that is, that does not prepare you for the movie's ending, which is the most random batshit thing about it. Remember the poster of the sheriff with the sniper rifle? That happens after the sheriff defended Thunder through the movie and even locked up Rusty and let Thunder go. It ends with him taking out a sniper rifle, and here is the final shot. Okay, what? Did he kill whoever was driving? Did the filmmakers remember, oh right, he was the bad guy in the first one. Let's make him the bad guy at the end, despite this making all of his previous decisions not make any sense. Will we find out more answers in the third movie? Doubtful. Bo Svensson and Raymond Harmsdorf aren't in it. This movie makes as much sense to Thunder Warrior 1 as Highlander 2 does to Highlander 1. Sure, it's fun seeing Thunder kill people, but at least the first one was more focused, since it played along like a straightforward First Blood knockoff. Here, it's just a random assortment of scenes and plot turns, sandwiched between meaningless dialogue of people explaining the other scenes to us. And worse yet, they didn't even bring back DJ Dancing Crow, the best character from the first one. It does make me curious to see the third one, just to see how much of this one it ignores. I'll pick that up when I go back to the video store. I've got to return this to American Video. It is long overdue. Or I could just put it back on the shelf where it'll sit for about another 20 years.
Be careful! I haven't finished paying!
We are in a post-Matilda world here, people, and quite frankly, I don't know what's gonna top the magic of last week's film.
And there's the bell for round 3. The kangaroo is across the ring so far.
Pure cinema. They should have just stopped making movies after that. But in case of an emergency, it's always best to call in a professional like the Thunder Warrior. Yes, thank you, Thunder. This is the perfect opportunity to finish out the Thunder Warrior trilogy. Don't remember what happened in the previous Thunder Warrior movies? Don't worry, it never matters. They just make up shit as they go along anyway. The first one was about a Native American named Thunder who was angry the construction workers and the law were tearing up his family's land, so he fought back Rambo style and destroyed the town with a bulldozer. All was well in the sequel, however, when he joined the same police force that tried to kill him, and then they tried to kill him again. But while we had bad Sheriff Bo Svensson in the first, we got good Sheriff Bo Svensson in the second, till it ended with him shooting at Thunder out of nowhere. We don't have Bo in this one, but the sheriff here is John Philip Law. Could he be playing the same character? I don't know. The character's name is different. Then again, Bo Svensson's name changed from Sheriff Bill in the first to Sheriff Roger in the second, so sure, Sheriff Jeff here could be the same. This is how you know he's different. It's not the same picture of the sheriff on both posters. It's not even the sheriff on this one, though the cover from 3 uses the image of Mark Gregory from the first, and the cover was used as the inspiration for the Ghana poster of the Road Warrior. And you thought it was a Rambo knockoff. Yes, Mark Gregory does return in the title role here, and people have returned behind the scenes too. We've still got director Fabrizio De Angelis under the pseudonym Larry Ludman, and co-writer Dardano Sacchetti as David Parker Jr. Plus Francesco De Masi did music on the first one, and Sergio Diofisi shot the second. Oh, sorry, I mean Frederick Hale. Once again, I am sure Thunder is gonna take on another racist militia. I love the quality of a movie where it's a nice sunny day out, but still looks so grainy it might as well be storming. This is the opening, by the way. This is everyone we have, huh? Great. Thunder will kill us in seconds.
I see Mr. Bowie insists on holding his weapon as if it was a shovel.
Yes, thank you, Arndt Lee Ermey. I'm guessing these are the villains?
You all know how I see things. That's why those yellow asses at the Pentagon relieved me of my command.
I don't know what's happening, but why hasn't this helicopter blown up yet?
Sir, we can't hear you. You mind turning off the helicopter?
It's slowing down in one shot, but still going fast in the other. Of course, this guy's name is Colonel Magnum, appropriately played by Werner Pochath. He was in a movie called Magnum Cop, and a ton of other movies that sound like they'd be a great double feature with Thunder Warrior 3, like Striker, Born to Fight, Cop Game, A Man Called Rage.
And more than one of those were directed by Bruno Mattei.
You know there's gonna be law breaking when we got John Philip Law in the cast. Even the crew has names ready for action, like Johnny Major. Unfortunately, if C.W. McCall ain't singing about it, then I'm not taking this convoy seriously. You can't drink and drive, that's illegal.
Woo-hoo-hoo, do we look racist enough, Colonel?
Sure, this was made simultaneously with the second one, but Thunder has a son now? He's teaching the boy to hunt his food or something.
Now.
Damn, no son of mine misses the helicopter. And we ain't gonna get any work done if you keep stopping to eat barbecue every 5 minutes. They look like they showed up years too late for the zombie hunters scene from Dawn of the Dead.
Woo, come on boys, next stop chicken fried steak territory.
Thunder senses the usual danger.
Whoa, it's getting awfully racist around here.
At this point, Thunder just has to be annoyed. Great, another day of people randomly showing up and shooting at us. Do I even want to know the context? After they kill the horses, Thunder will attack, and they have the reaction you think they would.
What the hell?
Yes, this definitely calls for a what the hell? That's one step closer to what in tarnation? I suppose they've finished their plan. Just drive around and act like idiots, and if you see a child, shoot at him.
Thunder is knocked out.
He won't know it's us. Get that varmint. He has a much nicer trailer than we do.
You come out, or I'll get pissed off.
You won't like him when he's pissed off. He'll put holes in your trailer and spill your beer everywhere. Let me guess, even though they're killing Thunder's people, if there was a 4th Thunder Warrior movie, it'd be about Thunder joining them and then being surprised when they turn on him. Unfortunately, we're still in the first act. Thunder can't kill them yet. He has to get his ass handed to him first, and then he can get his revenge. Honestly, though, in this universe, he should have known not to make everything around him so explosive. We got him now, boys, and I know our beer cans are empty, but if we drink the air, we can still get a little drunk.
They tell him to stay on his reservation. What? That's where he was. Then you blew it up. This racist militia doesn't make any sense. And when we come back, more shots of birds.
Mind joining me outside?
Definitely a Sharknado. People are gonna die. Let's go watch a movie.
I kind of want to see a shark now, literally through the window. Everyone knows sharks don't like Vegemite. It's pretty damn impressive and fun to watch. This film took the world by storm. Won't you join us?
If you're wondering where his wife is, she's still here. Though this character has been played by different actresses in all movies, is this another case where it could be the same character? Help me out, whatever your name is. Point me to the nearest bulldozer. But if you can't get Bo Svensson back, casting John Philip Law in the sheriff role does make all the sense in the world.
So what you maintain is that a group of friends of mine spontaneously attacked your village for no reason whatsoever.
Yes. Have you not been paying attention to this trilogy? And just because he's going to Sheriff Jeff for help doesn't mean this isn't the same character who took a shot at him at the end of the second. The sheriff tells him he needs to bring more evidence that the militia attacked him. Great, the rest of the movie will be Thunder collecting beer cans. He at least wants them to pay for the damages.
The amount is $56,000.
That's a very specific number. You already had this amount in your head, didn't you? The sheriff finds them fast. Of course they're at the bar, and they ain't happy.
Now wait a minute. Bob Keller's an honest man. He pays his taxes.
It's the banjo music in the background that lets you know they're serious. Go figure, they don't want to pay the $56,000.
Christ, Jeff, whose side do you want?
The law.
I mean, it is my name. He can't help Thunder, though, who sneaks up on him with his power of cinematography. Thunder lets him know he'll get all the revenge himself. He just has to follow the music. That goofy-ass music has been in this movie more than Thunder has. Just because Bo Svensson isn't in this doesn't mean someone can't be walking tall. Thank you for letting me borrow your big stick, Bo. He knows where to get this guy where it hurts.
I beg you! Not the car!
Hey, he's going easy on you. He isn't blowing it up or running it over with a bulldozer. Not my car! I'd rather you take my children, but not my car! I love the turn this series has taken. Thunder has harnessed the power of a mob enforcer and Michael Douglas from Falling Down. He tears up this guy's entire store while saying, "You have 24 hours to get me my money." But while he lets this dude off easy, this other guy, "Hell no, I'm burning your store, bitch." Well, shit, I guess we gotta do something now, deputies.
Thunder, you son of a bitch, an Indian. You're pushing me too hard, damn it. He nearly burned down the whole town.
No he didn't. I've seen him burn down a whole town. This is nothing. At this point in the story, he's still walking in the desert. Also, no one asked for a kid's sidekick.
Things are not the same as they were before, Little Crow.
Well, I guess I could use your help. We are making jokes about the movie here, and your name is Crow. I love when they radio into the helicopter to ask to keep a lookout for Thunder, because in these movies, there's always just a random helicopter in the sky. Anyway, I found him, fellas. Get over here quick. You'll probably jump off a ledge into the water or something. This one is a pretty simple story, and far, far, far less complicated than the second one, because it really isn't trying to tie into the first. If anything, this comes across as a better second film, because you could just assume that after faking his own death in the first, this is just another corrupt sheriff's department he found. Somewhere along the way, he picked up the habit of destroying cars. He kills a lot more cars in this one than people or buildings. Dang it, now we have to walk back and we don't have any empty beer cans to pretend to drink out of. We just have small talk.
I promise to take my wife to the movies. Don't think I'll make it.
And I was gonna take her to Rambo 3 and Shoot to Kill. Those are out this year and could give us pointers. There's so many bad things going on here. Let's not worry about the windowless van. Just send him on his way. They're at a gas station. Gas stations in these movies have the shortest lifespan.
Watch what he does after he fills up. Was that really necessary? Dang it, Sheriff, we're lost. You know we ain't much for walking.
Still another 18 miles.
Save your breath, man.
We lost half our men at mile 2. 18 miles is gonna kill all of us. While Matilda had the McDonald's commercials, this one wants to put you in a brand new car.
Original chrome, air conditioned, leather upholstered. Yeah, but I'm looking for a car. A fast car.
You want it to explode, don't you?
Oh, shit, you're not kidding. Complete the warhead and all.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'll take 3. I honestly forget if these people have anything to do with the militia, or if Thunder is so used to destroying towns, he just goes after anything, plus sending notes to people. Huh? Could you not mow so early in the morning? It's my day off? I love the way this is shot too, like they actually blew up a car lot and stood across the street to secretly film the firemen taking care of it. I'm also wondering if when this cop took off down the road, if he did almost hit that guy. This here's a war zone.
It was hell. It was a living hell. I never seen anything like it, not even Vietnam.
Oh yeah, if this is like Vietnam, where are all the loudspeakers playing nothing but CCR and Jimi Hendrix? They are finally willing to pay some money, despite their feelings being hurt.
10 cars destroyed. That bastard.
Oh, pipe down, Earl. You ain't fitting a car in 10 years. Oh, did you think they were gonna pay Thunder? No, they're gonna pay Colonel Magnum to kill him. Whoever wins, we won't be able to tell. Turn the lights on. For all I know, Matilda is getting jumped again. Thanks. You could have just turned on a flashlight, but sure, setting the building on fire works. Or just waiting for the sun to come up. And then once again, they're gonna do some fucked up shit to his wife. Hell, even Thunder seems burnt out by all this.
They got Sheena.
Who? Ugh, god damn it, I'm really tired. Here's some gasoline and a box of matches. You go blow them up. Now we got our bait set up. God damn it, Bob. I told you not to wear the cut-off jean shorts. We're trying to be intimidating here. They are in for a surprise.
Holy shit!
It's not possible. I thought he'd come on his own.
Whoa, what? More than one? We're getting the hell out of here. Thank God Thunder and his men are there to save her. You know, using a knife would have been a lot safer. Come on, men, we'll get that truck. Remember, shoot the tires. That'll make them blow up. Wait, damn it, the tires are buried. Shoot it in the bumper. It'll have the same effect. Whoa, they're surrendering peacefully? That's no fun. When we come back, we'll rig them with explosives.
Never worry, never sweat, Cozy Cow. He's a guy you won't forget, Cozy Cow. If other dealers you have cussed, here's a dealer you can trust. All you have to do is just Cozy Cow.
We are back, and while they might not be rigged with explosives, he strapped a silly, out-of-place kids movie soundtrack on them. I'm still waiting for the sheriff to turn evil somehow.
Our people were living in peace. Then one night, our mighty Indian nation unearthed the war hatchet.
Oh yeah? So what else?
I mean, what else do you need? I strapped the bad guys to the hood of a truck. He still wants that $56,000 though, which now it's up to the sheriff to get. This is ruining happy hour.
Hey, what's the matter, Bob? You look terrible.
So would you if you knew what the sheriff just told me.
He said no more Pace Picante salsa for the chips on account of the new deputy being from New York City. Bad timing. It's high time for their afternoon snack. Pass the ketchup. We need our bellies full of meat when we go people hunting. This is moving fast. In the next cut, they're all surrounding his shack, which they knew he was in. Thunder better get the hell out of there. Damn, they shot the shack and its tires too. But this town has a secret weapon.
Please be generous when you're leaving and contribute as much as you can to the contribution plate.
A Ron Ormond film. Ooh, this is gonna get very bloody. Now open your hymnals to the only hymn we know. Great, much like at the bar, they're all drunk singing too. Well, that was a pointless scene. Now let's fill up on our Jesus steaks and pie. Tragedy is about to strike when Thunder replaces the condiments with fat-free mayo, plus...
Such a nice day. What the hell?
Oh, that's just Fred. You know he gets gassy after church. I don't think there's gonna be a bulldozer in this climax, but we still got a motorcycle chase, where really the villains just crash into things on their own, regardless of Thunder chasing them. Plus, he got 50 points for that jump. Jesus, this movie does not care about collateral damage. Let's hope that driver was secretly a villain before he was burnt to a crisp. Thunder's plan is a success. Let them crash into the building themselves, and then he'll take care of them. It was very nice of the bad guy to hide out in a coffin himself. He's just gonna end up there anyway. Stay calm.
No!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not in my pork belly! Again, I'm waiting for the sheriff to turn evil. Hell, I kinda want him to. This one's a little anticlimactic. He tells Thunder to leave to rebuild his village, then Thunder does leave, and they have their money to rebuild.
Goodbye, little Crow.
Oh, what? Why is he leaving? Is Crow not his son? You can stay. Seriously, we're screwed if the militia comes back. And then Thunder is off to finally live in peace, I assume. This is the end of the trilogy. Like I said, it does make more sense than the second one, although I still want to know what happened here. Did Bo Svensson kill one of them? Did Thunder get his revenge on Bo? It's like there's a missing movie between parts 2 and 3. No matter, this is still a very, very entertaining series, which makes absolutely zero sense as a trilogy. But you do get your money's worth, which is coming to watch Mark Gregory blow up shit real good. While his most famous character is Trash from the Bronx Warriors movies, which definitely gave him cult status, the Thunder Warrior movies are also a great way to remember Mark Gregory's mark on action-sploitation cinema. After his final movie was released in 1989, fans did spend a lot of years wondering whatever became of Gregory, who was born in Rome, with his real name being Marco de Gregorio. Tragically, though, he passed away in January of 2013 at the age of 48, and it is a very sad story. But his legend and memory will still live on, as not everyone can become an action hero at the age of 17, and then over the course of just a handful of years, give us a collection of near-perfect forms of unapologetically over-the-top, wall-to-wall, blowing-up-shit action entertainment. Here's to you, Marco. Respect. And next week, I'm sure I'll find something action-related. But get yourself caught up on the other Thunder Warrior episodes if you haven't gotten the chance, and make sure you got a banjo and some barbecue handy, and invite the neighbors!
How dare you!
Excuse us, ma'am. Have you seen a little Indian boy?